India. I am JBN Dr. Anamika Aharwal, Associate Professor in the Department of Science and Technology at Jayoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to take the lecture on the topic Fundamental Concepts of Information System. Uh, let's start from the components of an information system. I have already discussed about the information system in the previous lectures. Information system is a system that accepts data resources as input and processes them into information products as output. You see in this diagram, this is the you can say data resources, means the data is stored in the data resources. This is the storage area, and this data after processing in the pre-processing of data into information, and for this input of the data resources, then pre-processing, then transfer it into the output of information product. And after this pre-processing, you can say there is also a controlling of system performance. Okay, so in this phase, input of data resources, these are the resources from which comes from the people resources. Okay, and these output of the resources which comes from the software resources, because you are applying some software of pre-processing of data, and this whole is linked to the network resources and the hardware resources. So you can say in this diagram there are network resources, hardware resources, and the data resources. These three are the resources through which we can say that the components of the information system. First one is the resource, means people, hardware, software, data and network are 5 basic resources which consist of information systems. Whereas in the activities, you can say input, processing, output, storage and controls. All information system uses these components to transform raw material into information product. The next is the information system resource with help of diagram. In this you can say the information system basically, as I told you, that the consists of the 5 major resources like people, hardware, software, data and network, which you can see above the diagram as I show you in the earlier. This is the diagram. Okay, so in this, the people resources means people are required for the operation of all information system, and the people resources include programmer and all other person who are computer like, and the basic purpose is of any information system is to provide information to the people. In this, first is the specialist and the second is the end users. In the specialist, these are the peoples who develop you can say and operate information system. They include system analysts, programmers, computers, operators and other managerial, technical and clerical IS personal workers. Second is the end users, means end users also called users or client. In this, anyone else who uses information system. Now comes to the hardware resources. The hardware components consist of all the physical devices used within the information system. So the equipment includes hardware like computer, terminals and printers, and non-computer equipment like typewriter, other machine, paper, printing, ribbon, etc. So in this you can say machine and media, the two hardware resources. You can say in the machine, computers, video monitors, magnetic disc, and these all are the machines. And whereas in the media is basically the tangible objects, you can say, like floppy disk, magnetic tapes, etc. So in the software resources, you can say the computer program used for processing information and control hardware such as MS Office, payroll program, Peachtree and Windows, etc. Now the another thing is the data resources. Data is basically the raw material of information system. Okay, so data is necessary for any information system, and any deficiency in data causes it seriously, because we will get the wrong output. Okay, so it is important that we will put the right input. Okay, so then only we can get the right output. Okay, so in this, data can take many forms, including alphabetic, numeric, alphanumeric data, other character that describes business transactions. The data resources are organized, stored and accessed by a variety of source management technologies. For example, name, address, product descriptions, customer records, employee files, inventory database. Then come to the network resources. In network resources, basically networks used for data communication and internet to exchange information. So these all are the mediums, you can say. The information system activities. The information system activities are like input, processing, output, storage and control. So let's see one by one. First is the input of data resources. And this data about business transactions and other events must be captured and prepared for processing by the input or data entry activities, such as recording and editing. End users enter data directly into a computer system or record data on some type of physical medium such as paper form. So once entered, data may be transferred onto a machine readable medium like a magnetic disk, optical disk, etc., until needed for processing. The next one is the processing of data into information. The data are usually processed through calculating, how we can calculate, like computing, sorting, organize, analyze, manipulate data. So thus we are converting data into information for end users, right? Like calculating employees pay, taxes and other payroll deduction. Next one is the output of information product. In this, the information, you can say, in various forms is transmitted to end users and made available to them in the output activity. So the production of appropriate information products for end user as the goal of information system. Now this common information product include messages, reports, forms and graphics, image, which may be provided by video displays, audio response, paper report and multimedia. Example like producing and display about sales performance. Another is the storage of data resources. In this, this storage is the basic system component of an information system in which data and information are retained in an organized manner for later use. So you can say store data are commonly organized into fields, records, files and database, like storing record of customer, employees and products. Next is the control of system performance. In this, this control of system performance involves measuring performance and taking corrective decision if required. So you can say an information system should produce feedback about its input, processing, output and evaluate it to determine if the system is not meeting standards. So for example, you can say a manage may discover that the subtotal of sales amount in a sales report do not add up to the total sales, right? So this might mean that data entries or processing procedure needs to be corrected, and then change would have to be made to ensure that all sales transactions would be properly captured and processed by a sales information system. like generating audible signals to indicate proper entry of sales data. Thank you so much. This session powered by Digital Version 2.0, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you.